Hi, in this first video, we are going to walk you through setting up your ImpactFolios website from scratch. So what I've done, I've created a new account. I just signed up, so I have nothing on my website, blank slate. So I'm going to walk you through the initial steps that we recommend to get started. So first off, your screen may look like this or something similar. We're always making changes to the website, but for the most part, the steps are going to be the same. What I recommend is uploading an image first before you get into designing your website or adding pages or anything like that. So to add an image, simply click on the Portfolios link here under Website Elements, and then click Untitled. Untitled is your gallery. It's your first gallery. We create that for you. By default, it's named Untitled. Very generic title. We're going to change that as part of this process. So first off, I'm going to click this Add Artwork button. And that's going to take me to this page, and this is where you upload your artwork. So I'm going to choose a file from my computer and drag it here. You can also browse by clicking this button. I recommend giving each image on your website a title if possible, and what that does is it just gives more content to your website, which is really helpful for search engines. So it makes you more discoverable. So I'm just going to name this Blue. Not very original, but it's going to work for this purpose. You can also add a description. Again, that's helpful for SEO, search engine optimization. So it helps you get found by having additional content like that to go along with your images. A couple notes on images. When you upload to the website, we will resize your image so that it is more compatible with website browsing, so it's compressed somewhat. It's a smaller image. It's not a printable file. A lot of people are concerned about people coming to their website, pulling files down and being able to reproduce them. So these files are lower resolution. They're not generally applicable for print, as well as our websites. All of our websites by default employ copyright protection features, so people can't right click and download. They can't drag the images off through your website to try to reproduce them elsewhere. So they are protected to some measure. If you are concerned about copyright and things like that and want to take additional steps, I recommend adding a watermark to your images. That's up to you. By default, we don't do that. That's really on the artist at this point. So anyway, back to the upload. I've got my title, I've got my image. All I have to do is click the Upload Art button. The reason I recommend by starting with an image is because it gives your website something to frame, so you can actually view your art in the website, and that's important when you're designing your the look and feel, so the colors, the style that you choose, and that's going to be the next step. But first, we're going to rename this portfolio because Untitled is really generic. So to change the name of the portfolio, we're going to go to Edit, Title, and Description right here. Click that, and then we're going to change Untitled to, we'll call it Paintings. You have the option to add a portfolio description. And again, this is where content can be important. There's some value in this because it does help you to become more discoverable through search engines and other mechanisms like that. I'm going to leave it blank for now. And then I just click Save Changes, go back to my images here, and you're going to see that this is renamed, and it's renamed over here. So I have one image on my website. By default, this is going to be the front page image that shows up. You can always change that as you add more images. We'll get into that later, but for now we're going to talk design. So now that I have an image, I can click this View Website link, and it will show me what my current design is. By default, we assign just a monochrome design, really simple layout with some default options. You can change that at any time through the theme library here. One of the powerful features that we have with ImpactFolios is that you can change your design at any time, and it does not require you to re-upload or recreate elements on your website. They are very interchangeable with the different designs that we offer. So it's really, really easy to change your colors, your styles, different features. You can make your website as elaborate as you want or as simple as you want. So with that in mind, we're going to start with the theme library, which is really just a comprehensive way to to redesign your website without getting too granular or too complicated with the different design elements that we offer. So in the theme library, you'll see a number of designs here which have different homepage options. They have different, just different colors, different layouts. But again, all very simple. And our philosophy is with design that your design, your website is an extension of your brand. So it should augment or complement your artwork and not overpower it. So our designs are relatively simple in appearance. They're not overwhelming. They don't have a lot of animation and a lot of stuff like that. They are really designed to showcase your artwork. So to change your design from the default, which is this first one, simply select any design in here, and then you just click Set Design. And then if I go back to my website here, View Website, you're going to see it change the design automatically. Here's the first image that I uploaded. That's again the main image on my site, and that's just by default. And again, if I want to change other features here or change the design, for example, we have some that will, if you have a blog, which is another feature on our website, you can stream that right on the home page. If you have multiple portfolios, which we'll get into later in another tutorial, you can show all of your portfolios right on your home page, so they don't have to skip into your website. It's presented right up front. So again, just to illustrate how easy it is to change your design, here's another design that I like. Set Design. And then if I refresh this, you're going to see the design change. So it's a pretty powerful feature to be able to do that. And again, it does not delete or remove any sections of your website by changing those features. If you want to get into more advanced options, we have the Advanced Editor here, which allows you to change the colors on your website pretty easily just by dragging these sliders around. You can change your fonts. You can even change the designs, the layout, as well as the layout of the pages simply by clicking and then saving. So that is the initial tutorial into getting set up. We're going to follow up with this tutorial with another one on how to add additional images and portfolios, as well as more advanced options on your website.